Good afternoon. Welcome to the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. Thanks so much for joining us. Smidge early on this Friday afternoon. It's Friday. Everybody's got stuff to do. Got a lot of high school games going on across the region, and I can't envision the forecast making any substantial, dramatic changes as we go through the next little bit. Forecast today made possible by the United Way of Northeast Louisiana and the 211 initiative. From food and water to medical assistance, 211 connects you to the most up-to-date resources in your area. Again, clouds will be a possibility pretty much through the night. The good news is, for a lot of the area, we've gotten rid of the extensive low clouds. Now, there's still a lot of low and mid-level clouds out there, but we've kind of gotten enough dry air wedged in close to the surface that the potential for drizzle and stuff like that has become a little bit more limited as we go through the nighttime hours. Check of the radar made possible by Brown's Roofing. Schedule your free roof inspection at brownsroofingla.com. Saw Jimmy this morning. Great guy. Great group of folks there at Brown's Roofing. Again, check of the radar, and you can kind of see what I'm alluding to in terms of very faint light radar returns that have popped up from time to time and really across the southern parishes and counties. Not even really equating to measurable rainfall, but the occasional just shallow, low clouds, low visibilities, things of that nature, and we'll take a look at that in just a minute. Temperatures across the area impacted by those clouds. We did see a little bit of a warm-up today at El Dorado and Monticello with some late morning, early afternoon sunshine. 45 in El Dorado and Monticello, 43 in Monroe and Ruston, which kind of the warmest temperatures we've seen in a lot of locations today. Natchez finally climbing up into the low end of the 40s, but shouldn't hang there for very long before we probably drop another degree or two as we go through the night. Dew points generally in the 30s, some areas hovering near 40, but again, some slightly drier air has wedged in, just enough of a difference between air temperature and dew point to kind of bring it into the drizzle in a lot of locations. If you are seeing drizzle in your area, let me know in the comments section. Also, let me know who you're rooting for high school football team-wise tonight. If you don't have a team of preference, then just don't put anything in the comments. Don't ruin it for everybody else. Visibility, again, down to 6 miles in Natchez. Again, not enough to really be impactful, but if you looked off into the horizon, you'd probably see a lot of that shallow moisture that's lingering across the region. Winds are fairly light and should stay that way through the night. So again, kickers and quarterbacks that are impacted by the wind, probably not a big issue tonight. Check of futurecast wind speeds as we go through the next few days, though we will see some changes. Those winds crank up out of the south and southeast tomorrow, probably push temperatures back into the 50s in most spots through the afternoon. Not too bad of a little change there. Not overly breezy, though. The cold front that moves through the area on Sunday will probably bring some pretty stout northerly and northwesterly winds in through the daytime hours on Sunday, generally in the 10 to 15 mile an hour range. I wouldn't be surprised to see some gusts up to 20 miles per hour. That will start to usher in the cooler, drier air that we expect through much of next week. Again, high pressure sitting basically right over the top of us at the surface, but overrunning moisture is really what's continued to keep the cloud cover in. As we go through the day tomorrow, I would expect some breaks in the clouds. Not necessarily the mostly sunny skies that you're seeing on the screen there. I think that's a smidge overdone. But I do expect to see at least some peaks of sunshine, and it's not out of the realm of possibilities to really get most of the substantial cloud cover out of here. But it'll be back in as we go into the day on Sunday. We bring that cold front in mid to late morning, maybe scour out a shower or two. Maybe, not expecting it to be a prolonged issue. Then those breezy northerly winds kick in. High pressure settles over the top of us for Monday and Tuesday, which should allow for quite a bit of sunshine. Then the winds swing back around to the south. We're a little bit warmer for Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we bring another cold front through the area. Still doesn't bring any rainfall. And we just kind of repeat that process through next weekend. A much quieter pattern than where we've been. It's been very unsettled, very rainy. I'm not complaining about it. It's been kind of what we needed. We needed some just soppy, gross, nasty, soggy days. And that's what we've seen. Kind of get the soil moisture trending in the right direction. The drought monitor continues to just increase, so we need the rainfall. And the downside to it is as we go into the middle parts of the month, rain's going to be pretty hard-pressed to develop in our area. Temperature outlook over the next 6 to 10 days. Again, equal chances of being above or below average, so let's just call it near seasonal temperatures. The precip outlook is not good, though. High confidence of trending below average precip-wise. If you have vacation or travel plans during this stretch, I guess it's thumbs up in that regard, especially if you don't want to deal with things like snow or ice or rain or stuff like that. Temperature outlook in the 8 to 14 day, trending back above average, but again, not necessarily an overwhelming confidence. And then the 8 to 14 day precip outlook, still quite dry. So we will go through the middle parts of this month below average precip-wise. What does that mean for Christmas? We don't know. But I would expect the pattern to just kind of flip-flop back and forth a little bit through the wintertime months. It's just kind of what wintertime's all about. Heading out to a game tonight, kickoff temperatures will likely be near 40. No matter where you're headed, pretty much everybody's going to be somewhere close to 40 at around 7 o'clock tonight. Falling into the upper 30s, but again, temperatures overnight really depending on clearing, cloud cover, dry air moving in. The forecast lows do vary depending on location. I've got them at 36 in El Dorado, 38 obviously in Monroe, 39 in Natchez. Of course, you can check your forecast low for your particular area on the Digital Weather Desk app and at digitalweatherdesk.com. Carry the jacket. Patchy drizzle not out of the question. Lots of Christmas festivities tomorrow. The Balcomville Christmas Parade, the Christmas Festival, downtown Monroe, West Monroe. Just a lot of stuff going on as Christmas festivities continue, I believe. All the Natchitoches stuff goes on tomorrow. Wouldn't that be right? First Saturday in December? So I think, yeah. So no matter where you're headed, there's probably some kind of Christmas festivity going on. And temperatures do rebound. And we're optimistic that we should see some sunshine. Mid-50s for highs. Some areas could even be into the upper end of the 50s. Winds will be out of the west, maybe even the southwest by the end of the day. 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Hardware. Sets us up for near 60-degree temperatures on Sunday. Slight chance of rain as that cold front makes its way through. We're back into the low to mid-50s for the early part of next week, but at least it's with some sunshine. A lot of areas will drop below freezing on Tuesday morning, and then temps rebound quickly for the middle parts of next week. But there will be another cold front that will probably bring another cool down by Thursday and Friday. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised by next weekend to see a fairly substantial cool down across the area. I keep looking down because I'm looking at the clipboard. Yeah, I have high temperature on Saturday of next week, so a week from tomorrow, 48 in El Dorado, 50 in Monroe, 52 in Natchez. So the trend is back cooler at some point behind that mid to late week boundary. Again, details are really sketchy, so there's no point in really jumping out into a lot of specifics there. And that's a look at your forecast as we wrap up the work week. It's been a little out of sorts here in the Floyd family. Like I said, if you saw the picture of the video yesterday, which is a funny video, my wife's in the Bahamas. One of her very, very close friends is getting married, so it was their little bachelorette trip. Having a great time. And I sit here in the 40-degree overcast skies. Just a little jealous. But I appreciate you bending and flexing with the schedule a little bit. My mother-in-law is an angel on this planet. Has come in to help out with the little pipsqueak, who's also just awesome. We've had a great week, and I hope you've had a great week as well. Good luck to our area teams tonight. Not everybody's going to win tonight, especially Ouachita Neville. Somebody's season has to end tonight, unfortunately. Ruston in action, Sterlington in action, Mangum. I believe Warren in South Arkansas is still in action. I know I'm probably Gina, Union. We've got a lot of teams still in the thick of it. Congratulations on a wonderful season. Good luck tonight. Hope everybody enjoys the festivities and the games and the Christmas festivities this weekend. If anything crazy happens this weekend, I'll hop in and let you know about it. If there's anything long-term that looks out of sorts, I'll hop in and let you know about it. But I'm going to be honest with you. Saturday, Sunday look pretty quiet. I'll join you first thing Monday morning, and Fishing Game comes out tonight. So, again, just kind of your normal chill weekend, if you will, and I'll be back in with you on Monday. Forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com and on the Digital Weather Desk app, available for Apple and Android users. Thanks so much for spending part of your Friday with the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. And as always, if I don't say this enough, I'm so glad you're here. None of this happens without you and, of course, our local business partners who make all of this possible as well. Enjoy the weekend. I'll catch you Monday. and enjoy the football games tonight.